Hey everybody, it's Patrick and welcome to my personal playground. On this channel, I take an opportunity to show and look at things that are piquing my interest. There's no rhyme, no reason, just things I love and want to share in the hopes that maybe in sharing, they will be of value to you and at the very least entertaining. So let's just jump right in. Today, if you can't tell, we're gonna be looking at pens. My favorite pens of all time. It's a lineup of vintage inspired colored pens, and there are 3 different types, and we're going to talk and take a look at all of them. I want to show these sort of in sections. So first up we have the Sarasa clips. These are all the same colors, 3 different models. So we have the Sarasa clips, the Sarasa Grand, and then the Sarasa Nanos. So I'm gonna go in order of release. My understanding is that the Sarasa clips came out first. This was set 1, and then this was set 2. And there are 10 vintage colors included total between both sets. These are very inexpensive. I want to say they retail generally for like $11 to $14. I wanted to show you them in package so you could see them sort of the way they come, but the packaging is very, very simple. Again, this is a Sarasa, which is a line from Zebra. They come in 0.5 by default. And what's nice is the colors on the bodies of the pen are the actual colors of the ink. So again, this is 0.5. I'm going to open these up so we can take a closer look at the bodies. Okay, now that the clip is open, let's take a closer look at the bodies of the pens. So these are really nice pens. They have a really nice lightweight quality to them, but they also feel substantial. They're retractable here, so they've got the clicker at the top. They also have a really nice, what do they call this? Like a binder clip. Here it's tight, so it's great when you want to have it anchored into your planner or your journal. It does give you the point, so we're here at 5 or 0.05, and this is Zebra Sarasa clip for branding, and that's it. Here on the body of the pen you do get sort of stamped the, what does that say? Just Japan and maybe a code. Probably can't see that. It's it's the same. It's impressed in the pen itself. But these are really nice. It also has a rubberized grip here, so it does make holding these and sort of pen fatigue not really an issue. I love these pens, and what is striking about this whole set, I think the most, is the color. I love colored pens, but I do not like bold, bright colors, and these are all vintage colors, and they do all have unique names. They're not on the packaging that I can see anywhere, or perhaps they are, but it's all in Japanese, so I can't really tell you the names based on the packaging. But again, you can look at the body of the pen, and when you look at them you can sort of see, this is the sort of the dark blue, and this is the lighter blue, and this is definitely some version of a green, and then a brown and a red, and then we have our black and a gray, and what looks like a purple and a brighter red, and this sort of mustardy, which is called camel color. Now the colors, again, like I said, they're the same through all the different models. So these are the Sarasa clips, these are the Sarasa Grands. I'll show you a Sarasa Grand in comparison. This is the dark blue as well, and we'll take a closer look at these in a minute, but it's the same ink, same 0.5, but this is a metal bodied pen, and this set came out second, and these are called Sarasa Grand. Again, all the same colors. They come in this package. They're sold individually. They tend to retail anywhere between like $18 and $22. They have, minimal branding. I don't know if you can see this. It just says Sarasa here on the clip. I love the little jewel tone retractable clickers here. They all have the colors. Let me just show you. So you can see, like, it makes looking for the color a bit easier when you can see just the tops. But of course, the bodies of these pens are very obvious too. And what's nice about these, actually says here on the package, red, black ink. So that's the actual color. So for colors, let's just cover those. We have the blue, black ink, blue, gray ink, green, black ink, brown, gray ink, red, black ink, sepia black ink, dark gray ink, Bordeaux purple ink, Cassius black ink, and camel yellow ink. So this is the vintage lineup of the Sarasa Grands. And again, it is the same colors that we see in the Sarasa Clip and the Sarasa Nano. I do want to just pull out this one though for a second. So this is a Sarasa Grand and it just says it's black ink. I'm assuming that this pen is not a part of their vintage lineup and rather it's just a part of their regular Sarasa Grand lineup. But it is worth noting that it does blend in perfectly, and there is a difference between this black and the sepia black that comes with it. So if you like this pen in particular, this metal bodied pen in particular, but you want a black ink, there is one available. And so this is the sepia black, which is a part of the vintage lineup. And the bodies of the pen are different. Let me see if I can grab them really quick. But you can kind of see this is the black and this is the sepia black. So there is a difference in just the depth of color. This is very, very black, whereas this is sort of a very tinged sort of black brown, which is sepia. Just wanted to sort of highlight that. I'm gonna set it off the side so I don't keep talking about it because I really wanted to focus on the vintage set today, but I just wanted to show you that there is an option in the Grand metal body for a solid black if you really love this pen style but want black. Okay, final setup is the Nanos, and these came out the most recent, and these are very similar in some ways to the Sarasa Clip, again with the same colors, but the body of the pen is a bit narrower, so it's a little thinner of a pen. Not that these, I would not call these super thick pens, but obviously they are thicker than the Nano, and you can see that. The clips are slightly different, not a ton, but you can see the difference in the clips. So everything about the Nano is a little thinner, including the tip size. So the tips on these are 0.3. So if you like a thinner line, the Nanos are a great option. And what's nice about the 0.3 Nano is if you have like this Nano, which is the dark blue, but I want that 0.3 in my clip, or I want that 0.3 in my Grand, they're interchangeable. The refills are interchangeable. So you can get refills, yes, for these. These are here. They're all online refills. This is my full set of refills in 0.5. And then these are all sold individually as well. If you buy this single pen, and it does say 0.3 here on the clip, I just noticed that. And it does, like the Grand, have the sort of jewel tone on the top, but it's not color specific. So you can see here's the yellow, but it's got just this dark black sort of tip at the top. It adds some interest to the pen. I don't know why they didn't make these color coordinated, but maybe they just wanted to keep that trait exclusive to these Grands. I'm not sure. So these are thinner, but they are interchangeable. The other thing is this pen, the Nano, Sarasa Nano Vintage, has a completely different balance in terms of the pen because this tip here is metal. So I don't know if you can see that here well, but that is a metal tip versus these, which are plastic. The clips are the lightest of the batch, and then of course the Nanos are the second lightest, and then of course the Grands are going to be the heaviest of the pens. But I feel like they're all really nice to hold in the hand, and I haven't had writing fatigue with any one of them. But again, you can get refills. They're very inexpensive. They're like less than $2 for these in the 0.5 or the 0.3, and they are just interchangeable. So I think I'll go ahead and like swatch them all, and that way I can then zoom in on it for you while I talk. But these are the Sarasa Grand metal bodies, Sarasa Clip plastic bodies, 0.5, 0.5, Sarasa Nano plastic bodies with a metal tip, 0.3. Okay, so I've done some swatches, so I want to just show you. This is in my current Hobonichi, so this is on the Tomo River paper. I find these to dry pretty quick. I mean, I'm maybe a minute out now on all of these, and as you can see, it's not smearing. So These are the Sarasa Clip Vintage. So again, let me just get you zoomed in here. And that is this pen here, the first one. Plastic bodied, very easy to hold. I would say arguably the most comfortable in my hand is this pen, the Sarasa Clip Vintage. These come in 0.5s. They come in sets. So set 1 is here, and you can see the blue black, blue gray, green black, brown gray, red black. And then the other set 2, sepia black, dark gray, Bordeaux purple, Cassius black, camel yellow. And these again were all 0.5, but you know, look at the nuance of the color. You know, it's so beautiful, and I really like it because it does it makes me feel like I'm definitely having fun in my planner. I'm not a sticker person. I'm not a make my planner beautiful person. I really just need it to be super functional, but I do like to have a little bit of fun. My way of having fun is using a different color pen every month, and I'm going to show you how I do that in a minute. But so this is the Sarasa Clip Vintage 0.5. As you would expect or should expect, the 0.5 in the Sarasa Grand, which is the metal bodies, should write and look exactly the same, and it does. 0.5 is extremely smooth. It's such a smooth writer. I like the amount of ink that gets put down. Again, you can see the nuances in the colors here. I did put that black ink, that one that sort of lives outside the vintage collection here, so you could kind of see the difference between the sepia up here, which is part of the vintage, and the black ink. And it's super subtle, but you can see that the sepia has a bit more of a brown sepia tone versus straight up black ink. So I like having both. I use both. And then let's just zoom out really quick so you can see the difference between these 0.5s and the Nano. The Nano is the 0.3, much finer tip. The colors are still there. Obviously, there is less ink being put down on the paper. It is a finer point. I am a 0.5 person. I've always been a 0.5 person, but there is definitely times where I'm in a 0.3 mood. And so I'm glad that this set is available for those who are 0.3 people and or people like me who just at times want a bit of a finer experience. I feel as though the writing is much smoother, especially on the Tomoe River paper with a 0.5. 0.3 goes into the category for me where things start to feel a little scratchy when I'm writing, and I don't love that sensation, but that is going to vary for every single person. So, you know, that's just my preference and my experience. So in the Hobonichi, each month is designated a color. So what I tend to do is, I will switch to this sort of, to the pen that sort of fits this color the best. You can see all the different colors here on the spine. And when I just flip through, you can see here I was kind of in the blues. I just switch it up. The Cassius black rather, the Bordeaux. It's just fun. This was a brown. So I try to get through all pens in a year, and it does make flipping through a little easier in a way because you get these different colors. So this is just a quick scan of my planner here. The metal pens are my favorite. I always use these. They're my ride or die pen in 0.5. Holding in the hand, I would say these are the most comfortable in the hand, the Sarasa Clips. They're just light, they're easy, and I mean, and they are really beautiful pens. But I prefer this metal bodied experience with my planner. As you can see, I've got a Hobonichi planner here, and I just think it looks so good. The Nanos are my least favorite, both in body and being held and in writing experience. For me, again, they feel scratchier than these, which feel just smooth. Now, I'm hoping we get more colors in the vintage set. Sarasa, Zebra, I really hope this is gonna continue, but it's been a hot second since we've received anything new in terms of colors. They did release this grand set, actually not even the whole set, like 5 different colors, and I honestly don't even remember what the colors were, but they called them Sarasa Grand Antique. And they're the same pens, same pen bodies, except the bottom comes with this instead of this part. So I'll switch one out so you can see. And this is what makes that version of the pen, which is identical, quote unquote, antique. So I bought one of them just so that I could have this bottom, and I do switch it out every once in a while. So let me show you what it looks like. Okay, so when you take the pen off, the standard grand bottom off, you can put the antique on, and this is really, really beautiful as well. And I do like this. It does feel as though it adds a slight bit of weight, but it is beautiful. And as you can see, I've decided for September to go with the red black because it does seem to match this color pretty well. So I've got my September 1st page ready to go. Here's the pen, absolutely stunning. Let me show you what it looks like with the planner closed. This is what it looks like with the planner closed. And I just love it. And I love these pens. And I hope that this video is helpful to you. Again, Sarasa Clips, Sarasa Grands, Sarasa Nanos, plastic, metal, plastic and metal. 0.5, 0.5, 0.3. Do you have Sarasa vintage pens? Which colors are your favorite? Which body is your favorite? Which model is your favorite? If you liked this video and you want to see more, please hit the like button and be sure to subscribe and sound off in the comments below. Until the next video, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.